Well, hey YouTube, this is going to be kind of a tech-heavy video. I'm not sure how long it's going to end up being because I filmed it over the course of a couple days, and I've been reading a lot of comments. Been a lot of comments about this Crosman Vapor Max. So I'll show you as we get into it. I'll show you the results I did, but to start everything off, let's see if I can hit Clanker Dan out there. 65 yards. It's a 15-inch diameter plate. I have not been able to do it with this gun until now, so I worked in practice. Can I do it on camera? How about that offhand? Let's see if I can do it again, but it wasn't a fluke. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The flexiness has improved. I'll get into that, but I'm actually hitting some stuff with it, so I think there's hope here. Anyway, guys, let's get into the video. Well, hey YouTube, here's my Vapor Max taken apart because I was wondering if my stock was cracked, and I can't tell that anything is cracked on it. So then I thought, well, maybe I could put a different stock on. This one's off a Daisy 35, but there is a difference. Notice how this has a shelf here and this one doesn't, so it's probably why a Daisy 880 style stock is more rigid than a noodle here. I'm just gonna put this thing back together. I didn't notice any obvious cracks in it. The good news is you've got a steel threaded nut that sits down in here, and so I could really crank those screws down. For some reason I was thinking it was going into the aluminum, which it isn't. So anything else you want to look at here? There's where the magazine goes. Oh, and I've had people ask me if it has a, let me see if I can look in the shroud and see if there's any kind of support piece. All right guys, people wanted me to check if it had the mid barrel support on this Vapor, and it most certainly does. So there's confirmation. All right, I'm gonna put this gun back together the rest of the way and continue shooting it. Okay guys, let's test this thing out with stock super duper tight. I mean, I put in the comments, I crank these screws down so hard now that I know that insert's steel, and it's still, well, it still has flex, but what the? Just the nature of the design. But at least it's not so bad this way anymore, so that's good. I'm going to be shooting at 20 yards. I'm going to edit it just for the sake of brevity. I'll have that camera going. Well, I've got the two cameras. So I just shot for this gun, I shot a pretty good group using these X-Power Stoger. These are a 10.19 grain pellet, and they're coated in some type of thing. I'm back to iron sights just because I'll have to do a close-up of the way this receiver is. It doesn't have a good dovetail on it. The 880, the plastic dovetail on that's not great, but it's better than this one. So let's get to shooting. Oh, and a big thing I'm going to change here is I'm going to shoot single feed. I'm only using 5 pumps. Believe it or not, you can actually get pretty fast doing it single feed. But you have to get a pair of tweezers. So kids, don't go raid your mom's bathroom or your sister's bathroom getting tweezers. Go take them from the science lab at the high school or middle school. All right, let me get to shooting here, and then we'll see if anything improved. Okay, I'm gonna shoot and then we'll look at it. I had to adjust the windage, so look how far over I am. on the windage, but I think I shot a pretty good group, so let's go grab it. I have another kind of theory about this gun, but I need to test it. I kind of want to maybe try to test it in this video. So this is what I shot. That's with iron sights at 20 yards. Let's get the coins. All right, so there's the group there. Okay, so I shot a quarter size group with iron sights at 20 yards. And so it's better than the first group, and then the second group, kind of the same. This was I adjusted my windage wrong way, but yeah, so quarter can't. Maybe if you really wanted to argue a nickel. So that's, at least I'm getting somewhere. The reason I went with the iron sights is because I wanted to show you I was did a Google search about this gun, and I think it was Gateway to Airguns forum, maybe. Actually, I got it in the comments, which led me to do that search. But see how the dovetail overlaps? It's it's not a good design because this part of the receiver cover, this one goes over the top, this one goes underneath. So you can get, when it clamps on, it has a tendency to lift this side, is what guys were saying. So another strike against the design of this Vapor Max. All right, so that was all single feed. I should have wrote that on the target. So we're gonna do 5 pumps, single feed, and because I'm not convinced the magazine isn't part of the problem, but let's see where this one hits, and then I'm gonna try something out here. All right, that seemed like it hit reasonable where it was hitting before. So let's 5 pumps again. I had one guy say he really pumps his carefully and slowly, but I'm wondering if the chassis of this gun is so flexible that it throws everything off. So let's just, you're carrying around, you know, let's just see what happens here. Oh, dang it, that was me. Well, it actually hit really good, so, but I did shoot faster than I meant to, so let's continue this and we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna, you're all excited, you pump it hard, just reefing on this thing, see what happens. All right, well, that could be anything. Maybe it's all just the pellet in the crown. That was freaking awesome. I'm gonna go grab that target. That was the best group I think it ever shot. So let me go do that. All right, let's see here. That is the best target I have ever shot with this. So that's a dime. So I just got a dime at 20 yards while I was reefing on the gun, thinking it was gonna make everything shift around. That's encouraging. Let's put a magazine in it, shoot a fresh target, and see what happens. And I'm going to do that off camera and just show you the results. And if there's something, I don't know, really fascinating, then I'll film myself shooting. All right, this was with the magazine, and the group did open up. Let's try this at 10 pumps and see what happens. Okay guys, I've got 5 of these Stoeger X-Power pellets loaded up. We're gonna go 10 pumps and see what happens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I don't know if I'm gonna do this real time or I'm gonna edit it, but let's see, because 10 pumps is really why everybody bought the gun, or as the desired thing, full power out of a $120 pneumatic based on a Daisy 880 platform. If it has good accuracy, that's, everybody's happy. I'm not even gonna look at through my spotting scope. I'm just gonna shoot. I probably have 400, maybe, I don't know, so many rounds to this gun. It pumps nice and easy. It's loud, not backyard friendly. Not at full power anyway. The trigger feels like a slightly lighter version of a 1977 XS. I lost count. I think 2 more, right? Or if not, we'll have an 11 pump. I don't know. Okay, this will be the last shot. Or no, I guess that was 5. Yes, that was 5 at 10 pumps. All right, let's go grab that target and see how it looks. All right, so to quickly summarize where we went, this was the one where I flexed the gun and I did single feed with the tweezers, and I was able to get a dime size group at 20 yards using these Stoeger pellets, which these haven't actually worked well in any of my guns, so I'm glad they found a gun they like. Now, we then went to 20 yards, 5 pumps using the magazine, and then the group opened up. And so, all right, we're at a quarter, and I don't know, I wouldn't, I guess maybe you could argue a nickel, maybe. Which that's not bad. That's really not bad. It's really not bad. Not a dime, but you know, we're getting somewhere. I'll put Crony results as long as I have enough light here this evening at the end of the video, so you guys can see the difference between 5 pumps and 10 pumps. All right, then finally with the magazine, because we're seeing the trend that the groups open up with a magazine. And yeah, we're not even a quarter. So the trend is single feed, most accurate, magazine opens up, and then you add power and shoot out of the magazine, and your group opens up even more. So, but that would be, I mean, you can definitely hit cans and at 20 yards, but let me get some Crony numbers. We'll have them at the end of the video. So, and I'm not done testing pellets with this thing. I am encouraged. I am encouraged by where it's going. I kind of also had an idea about. I was reading on a forum about serial numbers and batches and first batch, and because this is this gun is in the 800s when it came out, and curious what you guys' serial numbers are. It seems like the early ones are better, at least the videos that came out. Anyhow, I hope this helps helps you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all the comments and questions, and that's all for now. Thanks for watching.